Hey guys, what's up? It's the Anime Observer. After 2 weeks and what feels like an eternity, I'm back with another review, and at the end of this video I'll probably explain why I haven't reviewed anything and why I may have less in the future. Okay, let's get started. This is on Oreimo, and this is basically about a girl who is a secret otaku, and none of her friends know about it, her family doesn't know about it, and then her brother finds out. And it is based on eRogue games for the PSP that I don't think are in English. eRogue is basically a visual novel slash dating sim with more adult themes, I guess, even though the anime doesn't really have any kind of adult themes as far as I can tell. But basically, you can compare it to a harem, I guess, because you're in an eRogue game, you play as like the main guy, and you basically choose which one of the girls you want to date and all that kind of crap. Well, that's kind of how the show goes as well, but he seems like a clueless idiot, basically, in the show, and all of the girls just like him, and he doesn't seem to really notice. But basically, it's kind of about that, and it's kind of about the little sister being a super otaku and everything, but it's more or less I don't want to say a romance story, but kind of the relationship forming and evolving between brother and sister in a strangely intimate way. I know it sounds pretty weird, but if you watch it, it's not quite as weird as it sounds. So, I don't know, take that for what you will, but it does sound a lot weirder than it is. The show's actually extremely funny, and by the end, I loved all the characters, everything. It was just, I had a blast watching it. It was great. It's only 12 episodes, though, which is pretty disappointing, but there's going to be another season coming out, I think, in March. And so I'm really excited for that, because after watching this is one of those shows that you finish it and you just want to keep watching it. And it was definitely that way for me. I would highly recommend watching it. I don't know that this is for everyone, though, just the way things are. I mean, it's not really action-y or anything. It's kind of a comedy slash romance kind of thing. I don't know. It's not exactly like most of the things I've seen before, because it tries to be excessively cute as well as having excessively violent characteristics of a number of characters, and just like things are way over the top, which you'd expect of the Japanese because they always seem to do that. But it's not so over the top that it's entirely unrealistic. Now, some things are. Like the little sister's she happens to be a model, as well as a super otaku, a grade A student, a track star, and she's like the perfect person. And then she's like super otaku, who spends all of her time playing like little sister eRogue games, which is kind of weird because she's a girl, and I guess it's because of her big brother. But yeah, it's the misadventures of this girl and her brother, essentially. The brother is the main character, but for some reason the focus is almost all on his little sister. And that's kind of strange to explain, because you'd think she was like the main character, but she's kind of not. She's just the focus of the story. I don't know. I don't know exactly where this is going to go, because for some reason it seems like he's going to wind up with his sister at the end, which I kind of hope that doesn't happen. Not for the whole weirdness of it being his sister, but just essentially because I would rather it end without him making a decision to keep true to the kind of eRogue style, because they talk about eRogue games all the time because his little sister does nothing but play them. So that comes up a lot. And even in certain parts of it, the brother, after being forced to play these games, in real life, like, he sees two dialogue options appear and, like, looks at both of them before deciding what to say. So it's pretty funny. It's kind of written from the minds of otakus for otakus, as well as people who don't know anything about it. And so it's pretty interesting, and at a certain part of it, you actually can learn something about kind of how anime are made, or not exactly made, as where the stories come from, and I guess how they develop into exactly what they are from their original work. It's not really in detail, but it's still pretty interesting. So, anyway, I would probably give this about a 9 out of 10 because I really, really enjoyed watching it, but it still seemed to be kind of lacking something, in my opinion. There were certain aspects that I felt just needed to be there that weren't. And I can't exactly put a finger on it. It's just one of those things that's like, this was really good, but I know something was missing. And I think it might have just been because it didn't end, like, completely, and that I'm waiting for another season now, but I'm definitely going to watch that as soon as it comes out. And I would recommend you guys checking out the first season. Highly, highly recommend it. And on to why I haven't been making videos. Well, I was for a while making videos pretty much every week, reviewing a new anime or manga. And as some of you have probably seen before, people who do things like that, they try to just keep on going, kind of lose interest in it. I haven't really lost interest, in YouTube or in anime or manga or anything, but trying to force myself to watch enough anime every week that I can make a review on it is kind of numbing. Not really difficult to do. It's just some days I'd rather do something else because, I mean, I'm an otaku, but I play games, I play visual novels now. I may actually start reviewing them too, but I do other things, so it's not like I just spend all of my time watching it, so it's kind of hard to force myself to, and to watch enough to do a review every week. So it just kind of gets stale when you're doing that. I think I might start watching more anime at my leisure, and then making videos when I see fit, but I don't want to completely stop or really even slow down. It's just I don't want to keep forcing myself because I feel that if I'm watching something without pressuring myself to hurry up so I can do a review, I enjoy it a lot more. Like Oreimo, I planned on making a review, but I finished the series last week. I didn't make a review until just today, so it's been several days, and I just never made a review on it. And I don't know, that's just kind of says something to me about how much I'm doing it. Maybe I need to slow down. So anyway, I'd like to hear what you think about that, as well as my review and the series if you've seen it. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking it out because it's all around a really good show. And I guess I'll see you next time. It's the Anime Observer.